Grave Robbers from Vinegar Syndrome is a Mexican slasher movie that revels in that 80s slasherdom. It has almost every trope you can conceivably think of for a slasher, supernatural slasher, and it is an extremely accomplished production. Looks terrific, has a wonderful setup and payoff, and is just an easy to get into movie that I was really surprised by how fantastic the production was, how great the effects was, and how wonderful the tale was for a slasher movie. And ultimately, when you get into slasher movies, you know a couple of things. You're wanting a killer who is going to be always there to offer some wonderful kills, and you want a couple of characters that you're semi-interested in to see survive, and a lot of cannon fodder to fall in between. And this movie definitely has that. We are opened up to these 6 characters who have arrived at a cemetery for a little bit of grave robbing. You know, something to do on a Saturday night as they're trying to get rich. They dig up this grave, they discover a secret passageway below it that leads into a tomb that is filled with gold and a haunted spirit that is going to rise from the grave and chase these people down. And the moment this supernatural killer awakens and screams into the character, I knew that this was I was in safe hands. I knew I was going to get exactly what I wanted with a slasher movie. And we have all these characters that are going to die in horrible fashion, and they do, at the hands of this brilliant killer, which I'm really surprised didn't lead into a series of movies, because it's that kind of good setup and good execution of a kind of character, and because it's a supernatural slasher, there are elements in here that lead to both Friday the 13th movies with the stalk and slash and Nightmare on Elm Street, where they are manipulating things round about them. There is a scene later on when they're in a jail cell when the killer's hand comes out of a wall and it's still textured like the wall, and grabs somebody. And you feel that they've really put a lot of effort into the effects here, and they are terrific in this one, which I found was really fun. But the whole look, the production, some of the side characters that become main characters were terrific. We have the kind of sheriff of the town, the Uzi toting sheriff, who becomes the kind of hero of the piece later on, is a remarkable protagonist. Really fun in the way that he handles this. And this movie has, I'd say, several main characters, 4 that kind of make it all the way through to the end, and plenty that die along the way. But these 4 are just wonderful, and I kind of liked them all. I wanted them all to survive and to make it through this situation, which they do. But for a slasher movies in the mid-80s, this one really stands out, and it makes me feel that I've maybe missed a lot. This is the first Mexican slasher that I can think I've seen, and it's really accomplished, and that's what makes me curious about what else I can discover. What else have I been missing? I've caught all the typical American ones. Maybe it's time to dip my toe into some other countries that I haven't really thought of before. And Grave Robbers showed me that these countries can do it just as well, if not better, than sort of the main slasher countries that were knocking these things out. Great production values, great sets, great actors, and a wonderful antagonist that really offers a kind of nice aesthetic. You know, the way you kind of have the icons of the main big slashers. I felt that this could have been an iconic character as well. I loved the final set piece, and even some of the one-liners along the way, which were terrifically fun. Grave Robbers was a treat of a movie, a wonderful slasher. We get this terrific killer, you get some wonderful practical effects and puppet work, and just nice payoffs of a lot of the things. And I found myself really enamoured by this movie, really won over by it, thought it was something particularly special and something that I would wholeheartedly recommend. If you've seen Grave Robbers or Ladrones de Tumbas, I'd love to know your opinion of it. Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man v Film.